So I'm on my way to pick up the race car. The new starting point for our race car for the Mint 400 for 23. It's gonna be good. I think we're gonna do it as on a budget build, but we're gonna do it right. We're gonna make sure that it's put together well, and I think that we found a pretty decent deal on a used car. We looked at getting a new car, but it just wasn't in the cards, and so we're getting a used one. But I think we got a pretty good deal. We're headed down to get it right now, and hopefully tonight we can start ordering parts for it. Try to start getting it put together, and we'll do some video of it here once I get it back home. Doing it under a budget, it was going to be very hard to get a turbo. And I did look at one, and I came very close to buying it, but I had hesitations just because it had more miles and hours. It had a lot of modifications done to it that I would have had to undo to it in order to run the class that I want to run. And that class is just the rally. So I'm just starting out. This is not my first RZR. This is my fourth RZR. I've wanted to do desert racing for a very, very long time, and I'm finally committing to doing it. So I'm not gonna make it this year. Maybe by the end of the year, we could try for UTV Worlds. My goal is to make it to the Mint 400 in 23. So, which will be cool, because actually I'm gonna do some video while I'm there, because I'll be there in 2 weeks for 22. We got VIP tickets and all that stuff to go out and check it out, so we can really get an idea of what we're going to be doing, what we're up against, kind of looking at the other cars, and hopefully maybe we can rub shoulders with some sponsors and try to find somebody that can help us out a little bit with some parts. So that's the plan for that. So here is the car. So like I said, it's a 2016. I've already got the wheels and tires off of it. I'm kind of in the process of stripping it down now. Very clean unit. I actually bought it from a local place that builds 4x4s. They specialize in making wicked off-road stuff. It's called Tanner 4x4. I actually bought it from the owner. He had a couple of RZRs, and he was selling this one. So it's completely stock. This is a 2016 model, so it has the Walker Evans with the piggyback, or with the reservoirs up top. It's pretty much the same. They haven't changed a whole heck of a lot over the years. Some of the newer ones definitely, but the engine and stuff is pretty close to the same. Obviously they change shocks a lot. You can get the Fox ones, and they do. I was pretty pumped to get the Walker Evans. They're an excellent shock. I'm gonna have these ones sent off to Walker Evans to have them completely rebuilt here in the next couple of months. So, but this is the starting point. You can see it's a little dirty. I'm going through it, took the seats out and whatnot. We got seats and stuff coming. So what does it take to get to the Mint 400? Well, that's what we're gonna find out in these videos. This is something I've dreamed about for years. I've been watching the Mint 400. I'm so attracted to it. I grew up racing dirt bikes, and I'm kind of getting to the point now where I've blown out my knees so bad that it's very difficult for me to race dirt bikes anymore. I still love to race them and ride them. We'll probably do some videos just of me going out to the track on bikes too. But the main focus is going to be getting this to make it to the Mint 400. Now, if you're not familiar with the Mint 400 is, it is the highest level. It's the mecca of off-road racing here in the States. It's in it's actually just outside of Las Vegas in Primm, Nevada. And back in the day, I believe it was 1968, there was a hotel called the Mint, and they started this race, the Great American Off-Road Race, the Mint 400, as a publicity stunt, as advertising, to try to get people to come to their casino back in the day. And then it's evolved and it's gone over many, many years. It kind of went away for a while, and then it was revived about 10 years ago, I believe. And now it's way bigger than it ever was previous. Okay, so we've got the car. We're gonna figure out how to get to the Mint. That's the goal. A lot of parts. They built this rally class, which is the class that I'm going to try to run in, specifically for guys to essentially buy a RZR or any side-by-side, put safety parts on it, and be able to run. My entire budget for this is to try to get it done for 30 grand, okay? And that includes the car. So I got this one used, the current market, for 15. Some of you may think that's good or bad. Nonetheless, for around here and anywhere even close, that's about the best price that I could find for one that was clean, good shape, completely stock, seemed to be well cared for. So that's what we went with. Some of the biggest things that you have to compete in that class is going to be an approved cage. You have to have race seats, 5-point harnesses, couple of, like fire extinguisher and, well, actually 2 fire extinguishers. You have to have some lighting. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do an LED light bar up top yet. You do have to have a chase lights. You used to have to run the KC Highlights blue strobe. From what I can find anyway, now this is probably different for Score and Best in the Desert, but for like the Mint 400, I believe the Parker 250, I have to double check that one, the UTV World Championship, you don't have to have that anymore. I may still order it just so that I have it. Some of the other things that I'm gonna get is, now you could, I guess in theory, run the stock tires. I heard somewhere that they didn't let you run stock wheels, but I don't believe that's true. I've never found that anywhere in the rule books. I did go ahead and ordered wheels and tires as well. Getting back to turbo car versus non-turbo car, I went with the non-turbo car to save some money, because again, I'm trying to do this on a budget, and I'm going to put that money into the suspension. Now, the thing about the Turbo 1000 and the regular 1000 is they're governed at the same top speed. So the Turbo will get there faster, but the 1000 will still reach that governed speed. My thought process is suspension. So I'm gonna put my money into suspension. The money that it would have cost me extra to get a turbo car, I'm gonna put that into beefing up and making my suspension better. So I've already ordered A-arms, some billet, like tie rods, radius rods, things like that. And I'll do videos on all of that stuff as it's coming in and as we're putting it on. This is really just like the very beginning video. So it's gonna be fun. I am excited to do this. I've tried to find videos on people doing this and I can't, maybe I'm just missing them. I don't know. But I'm gonna document the whole next year of me getting this RZR into the Mint 400 and seeing if a guy with no desert racing experience can buy a RZR, put it together in his garage, and go desert racing. That is my plan. So definitely make sure that you subscribe. Hopefully you like these videos. Follow my journey. I'm gonna be trying to do some things, to just get myself out there and see if anybody wants to, kind of come on board and help me with some of this stuff. It's a lot. There's a lot to do. There's a lot of moving pieces. It's more than just putting the car together. I live in Colorado, so just getting from Colorado to Vegas is going to be an ordeal. So it's going to be fun. It's going to be really exciting. And I'm looking forward to showing the world, and hopefully somebody else that wants to do this and just doesn't know where to start or how to start or how much it costs or whatever. Hopefully I can help somebody and just kind of show what I'm going to do over the next year. So until some of the parts start rolling in, I guess this will be the first video. I'm going to try and do maybe one every other week, depending on what's going on. I don't want to set like a strict time schedule. I'm sure that a lot of people will see this way in the future and we'll come back and watch the whole thing. That's usually what I do with some of this kind of stuff. I don't know if I'm really gonna like vlog or do whatever. I may do some, but we'll do some riding videos, and obviously the first couple of videos in the first probably couple of months are gonna really just be putting the car together. I already have like the cage on order, wheels and tires, all the suspension, all the maintenance stuff. I'm doing all the maintenance stuff. I have a lot coming. There's a lot of stuff coming. So I'll kind of go through all that too. My selections and things that the reason I made some choices over others, like tire choice and wheel choice and everything else. As much as I wanted to just go, methods and BFGs, I just couldn't afford it. It's just not in the budget. So anyway, so I'll probably be putting on another video in a couple of weeks. Like I said, it won't be consistent. So make sure that you turn on notifications, hit the subscribe button, leave us a comment. If you have questions, please reach out. Love to answer, and just talk to you guys, interact with anybody that's watching. Yeah, maybe we can do like a t-shirt or something in the future. I don't know, something to whatever. So it's a long road. It's an expensive road. And so I'm just appreciate you watching. If you made it this far, you're awesome. Thank you so much for the support. And I'll see you in the next one.